Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content, and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher behavior is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses classroom management and pedagogy. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model.
I imagine you're going to have a little fun in the process, because I've seen these stations, these exhibits, and they're pretty good. And I even hear that there might even be candy at one of them, so I don't know.
The teacher demonstrates her classroom management skills by briefly describing the nature and content of the learning activity in which the students are about to participate. She tells them how long they will stay at each exhibit and gives them clear instructions on how to move from one exhibit to the next.
But what you're going to do is you'll be at an exhibit for about 5 minutes or so, 6 minutes, I get to time, and then I'll tell you to switch. And then these people at your exhibit, my students, will tell you where to go after that. Okay, so we're going to basically move in a circle around the room. So by the time you leave, you will see all of the exhibits.
The teacher's tone and general attitude display her confidence as a teacher and comfort with the subject matter. The instructor talks to her students about what they learn by presenting their exhibits to elementary students. She elicits from her students specific features of learning styles they noticed in the course of the activity. She helps her students see that not everyone learns the same way, and that teachers must use different approaches to reach different students.
So you're basically saying boys and girls are a little different from each other.
Definitely, very much so.
So I would say you'd have a hard time arguing the difference, or that they're not different. Okay, yeah, they're definitely different to deal with. And so, yeah, sometimes that's a concern in the classroom.
Thus, the teacher uses effective pedagogy to raise her students' awareness of some of the different facets of teaching. The teacher's demeanor also adds to the effectiveness of her pedagogy. The relaxed atmosphere of her classroom creates a learning environment conducive to developing both the intellectual and interpersonal skills of her students. The instructor discusses with her students what they learned about themselves during the activity. The students have become aware of different styles of teaching and learning, especially when they express their preference for hands-on activities. The discussion addresses both the commonalities and differences among learners.
What did you learn about yourself?
It's not that hard to get up in front of people and speak.
Okay, did you know that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like kind
But
of
it kind of
presenting
reinforced
to
that?
little kids and stuff, like just like, I don't know, talking to them and stuff, just making them learn, because I wouldn't like to be a teacher.
You wouldn't like to be a teacher? It's a lot more work than it looks like, isn't it? Because if you think about how much time and preparation you put in to your exhibit, and then how much time and preparation a teacher puts in, I mean, you're not just doing one lesson every day, you're going to do many lessons in a day. So there really is a lot of work involved. And the more hands-on stuff that you do, what's that do to the amount of work it takes to get ready?
More in a way, but it depends on like what you do.
Exactly.
They like a lot of the
And which do you like better, hands-on or just listening?
hands-on. Yeah.
And it seems like you learn it better, doesn't it? Yeah.
By teaching the material in their exhibits, the students gain a different perspective on lesson content. The teacher has the students reflect on how their experience as teachers applies to their experience as students. This is a further example of good pedagogy. The teacher monitors her students as they work with their younger peers. Her attitude and comments motivate the students and encourage them to stay engaged in the activity. The teacher uses her classroom management skills effectively during in-class work.
Is this like studying anything else in science besides the oceans? Like what? In science, do you ever, are you ever not able to directly observe something? Like, give me an example of something that's either hidden or too small to see or too far away to see. Cells. Now cells, most of those you can see with a microscope. Is there something that's smaller than a cell?
An atom.
That's what this reminds me of, because can you really actually see an atom?
No.
No,
Electron.
an electron would be even smaller, wouldn't it? So how do we know what electrons look like?